With under the circumstances heading into finals, the way that our schedule has been staggered, playing against a team like Coach Foley's, it's a mental preparation. The last 2 days have been very mentally grueling, trying to get ready for their motion offense. And I said it out there, I'll say it in here too. Our guys' practice squad, Sean McCone, Willie Chappell, Hunter Goad, Evan Johnston, and Trey Rouse got us ready. In 2 days, they simulated what they do better than any guys' practice squad we've ever had. It looked like their offense. And as a result, we held them to 26%. And I thought that was tremendous. Our offense got going in the second half, really started clicking. A lot of individual performances. Obviously, want to continue to point out, I did it in practice the other day. I'll do it again. The job that Destiny Oberg has done that's so hard to go from not playing minutes in those first 7 or 8 games to not only now being so impactful, not just with her points and rebounds, but with her passing and the way she moves the ball and the way she defends other bigs. So everybody played great, but again, continue to point out what she does, because there's so many people around America who don't wait for that opportunity. They get down. She has never done that. She's battled through injury. She's battled through a lot of things, and it's really fun to see her get her chance to be impactful for our team.
Just to start with, how you feel like offensively you guys were finally able to get going. They cut the drive a little bit, but you stayed after it, and then you get open threes.
We always talk about trying to make them wrong, and the film out there on us right now is clog that lane, and we'll drive it in there and we'll maybe turn it over, or we might take a settle shot, and then even if we do kick it out, we've not been shooting a good enough percentage that it's really going to hurt you. So I think teams have started to play for that, and we've made an adjustment now. Now we've started to make them wrong for doing other things. Now when you go 11 for 24 from the three-point line, now those drives are more open. So I think you're starting to see it. We knew we were going to go through a little bit of a swing change when we changed some things with the way that we're using our players, with jerseys being around and the way Sasha plays than where we've been different in the past. It was going to take a little time, but I think you're starting to see us be a little more fluid. We turned it over 9 times in the first half, 4 times in the second. There were some good adjustments at halftime. And that, to me, now you see 11 for 24, and you're one of those teams that plays us in the future. You're kind of going, ooh. Now they're both going.
Well, I would ask, did you guys see something specifically in a matchup with Sasha? Because, she had 11 in a row down there.
Yeah, she's a matchup problem. And we always talk about she had a tough matchup on the other, and we said, be that tough matchup down there. Start cutting. We were staying a little bit too much, and she made 2 or 3 really nice basket cuts that got her baskets, and then it got her a kick-out 3, and it got us another drive. It got Mac a drive. So she's so versatile. She's faster than you think she is. She jumps higher than you think she does. She's a little bit longer than you think She's really gives teams that want to try to power us at that spot, gives them a tough matchup on the other end.
Well, I would ask, she went out.
Yeah.
Like a minute and a half in. Did she pick something or?
I'd love to play poker with her. She's not very good at hiding her. She says, I'm fine. I said, no, you're not fine. I could tell. And then again at halftime, she came out and she was shooting, and then I'd love to play poker with her. She does not have the ability to hide the way that her knee was feeling. So it was very important, I think, that we stretched that lead out and didn't have to put her back in there, because I think she needs the rest that's coming up with finals that we'll have this week. But when they went big, we knew, but that gave us the advantage on the other end. As hard as it was to guard them on the other, she was really hard to guard down there. Did she score 11 straight points, really? I knew it was a bunch, but I did not know that.
You've gone to the racetrack lately, but the other night you said Eaton was going to go 3 for 5 one of these nights, and she did that.
There it is. And it's just been because that's what she's been doing in practice, and you wait for it to come, and you see that excitement for her and what her teammates started looking for. When the team starts standing up and you're shooting it, that's a really hard person to be, because everybody thinks you're going to make it every time. That's a hard person to be that, but she's been doing that in practice, so that was probably just a little bit of fortunate luck there. If I went to the races, I'd lose every dollar I had.
What else did you think of Destiny Oberg off the bench?
Just, like I said earlier, it's so hard to do what she's doing. But it's the kid that we saw when we recruited her. She's so patient. The game is easy for her. She sees the game a lot slower than most of us. And we talk about post players having poise, pause for poise. She put a clinic on with that. She caught it on the block twice, let the defense fly by her, shot an uncontested layup. Caught the ball on the perimeter, read the first cut, read the second cut, hit the third cut. She knows how to play the game. She's a student of the game. She won't, if y'all had her in here, did y'all have her in here? Oh, you probably didn't get a word out of her. But she understands it. And like I said, her maturity of doing what she's been through, I think that makes you tough. And she's got some toughness about her.
And you played 2 games now without Aaron Barnum. Have you seen any kind of drop off, or how have you seen them kind of adjust to not having her?
Obviously Aaron was playing great. So, yeah, sure, it's a change. But we've changed some things the way we've tried to play offensively and defensively a little bit to fit Jersey. Jersey really having to play out of position. Not that we play her there on offense, but she's having to guard the other team's 5. Which, again, she's never had to do at any level in her life. So she's learning. She's writing the owner's manual as we're building this thing, and she's learned. She's learned to affect shots. She's learned to win the foot fight, because she's not going to win the arm fight right now. But Destiny being able to come in there and use her size and her experience gives us a pretty good little 1-2 punch there. Obviously, we miss Emery and Aaron, but now what you get when they come back is we're even deeper. Now we're going to have players that are experienced and talented.
Riley Langerman, she doesn't always do things that show up in the stat sheet, but just her, physicality and just her toughness, getting knocked down in the chairs over there.
Come watch film with us tomorrow, and you'll see, or tonight, or whenever we decide to watch it. You have to watch it to appreciate what she does. Again, it's the hockey assist or the cut that opens up the drive. It's the move the ball. It's the tip the ball. Yeah, it's a good observation, Russell. And she continues to do that game in, game out. That's why she won that role as the first kind of sub off the bench. You notice we put her in for 4 different people. It's just, it's either Sam or Mac, or it can be Amber, it can be Sasha. We haven't tried her at the 5 yet, and hopefully we don't have to, but I know that if we needed her to, she could. But, yeah, the physical toughness. She took a fall in practice the other day, and we all kind of had one of those collective moments and popped right back up. It would have put me in traction for a month. So her toughness is become contagious. It's become, what she's known for. And she hit a big 3 again. Hit a big 3 for us tonight, went 3 for 4 at the foul line. Her stat line looks more indicative of what her lineup efficiency will be when we start to look at how that goes. Yeah. Well, it's fun to be able to reward them because they work so hard in practice, and the competition in practice is so tight. And to be able to play them in front of their family and friends, I did not expect a 34-point win. When you look at what Arkansas Little Rock's done to the other teams in our SEC, and I did not think that, but it's fun to be able to see them pulling for Oberg to hit those last 2 free throws. The whole bench knew she needed those free throws to get a double-double. And they were just collectively holding their breath. And she hit the first one, and then she hit that second one. That's why they erupted. They want Ashlyn to shoot it every time she touches it because she's such a good shooter. But I think that's what it shows is that hard work and practice pays off. And then I think they can all look at Destiny and say, hey, what if my time's come? I need to use every one of these moments. So I'm glad we did it the way we did it. I'm glad we played all the different starting lineups that frustrated Paul to no end to open the season up. But we had to do that because it was that close in practice. That being able to give them game minutes is very, very small reward. But the fact of how hard they've worked in practice, if we could bottle up what we did in practice the last 2 days, we got a chance to get pretty good by the end of the year. Now, I know you can't sustain it for a full year, but what we had the last 2 days was pretty cool. And they keep surprising me, and maybe we can do it for a full year. I don't know. Yeah. Well, believe me, I wasn't counting on it because, again, they're hard to guard. They're so unpredictable. You can't scout a play for play. Although Coach Foley called a set play tonight, and ever since I've known him, I've never heard him call a set play. But to know that now we don't have to score. I mean, that's a score we did get in the 70s. But to know that we could win a game in the 50s if we needed to, They're starting to take some pride in that defensive side of it. We've got better defensive players than we've ever had. We're a little bit longer. We're a little more athletic. We're a little more committed to it. They watch film a little bit more than every team that I've had here. We've got this technology now that can track how many minutes you're watching, and we're at an all-time high for minutes film watched. So to be able to play both sides of the ball, and Ms. Dorita sitting back there is on an NCAA committee, and we talk about offensive and defensive efficiency. She reminds me about that defensive one a lot. So we're focused to make sure we have good efforts on both sides of the ball.
BetOnline has you covered for all the holiday season. More props, odds, and lines than ever before. BetOnline remains your #1 spot for all sports action. Head to our new updated desktop or mobile website to sign up today and receive your 50% welcome bonus with the promo code BELIEVE to receive your bonus. That's BLEAV to receive your bonus. And it's not just football. BetOnline has pro and college hoops, NHL, boxing, UFC, even your favorite Vegas casino games. Don't wait to take advantage of all these amazing offers available for the 2021 season. BetOnline is the fastest and easiest way to bet on all your favorite sports.